and bear witness of Christ. That is the first, foremost, and major responsibility and function of a member of the Quorum of the 12 in these days.
The acting president, the church says, are tasked with presiding over the weekly gatherings of the 12 and other services the president of the quorum cannot attend. Out of the 12, the senior-most member outside of the first presidency is generally called as the acting president. Now that Ballard passed away, the quorum is left with only 11 members, meaning the church will be calling someone new to the quorum and having someone step into the role of acting president if they so choose. And according to the church, the next senior apostle is Elder Jeffrey R. Holland.
Drive is when it gets home. So, after a 5-hour internet blackout, I'm sure it was just a coincidence, not having anything to do with the timing of 2 videos I've recently done, one of which was this morning. Dear God, I am the only one persecuted. No other critic. Nope. Just me. And I'm not popular. There's a new critic on YouTube now. Does one video from yesterday, 4.7K views. Dear God. Nobody else knows about the church like I do. The church knows this. That's why they attack me. Nobody else. They just feed off of each other's ignorance about the church and perpetuate it, and then it becomes the truth. And so, for example, ABC4 News Utah. Dear God. Little teenage girl was reporting from the church office building, not the church administrative building. It's like nobody even knows. They live here their whole lives, and they are born and raised in the Covenant Mormon, and they're clueless. First Presidency and Quorum of the 12 meet in the church office buildings every week. Oh my God. So what's the administration building for? Dear God. But finally, after me doing it, telling you that Uchtdorf is going to be the new acting president of the 12, because technically it should be Holland, but since September 10th, when he came home, recuperating, we still have not heard about his improved health. And so if he's still stuck at home, as we're being led to believe, although the tendency is unless they die, they don't notify us for at least a week or 3. Ballard, for example, they just barely came out and said he's back home having recovered from a heart attack. And then, boom, he's dead. And so, also right after new filings that include Ballard on the lawsuit for criminal activity. And so, yeah, if Holland isn't able to perform his job functions as a regular apostle, he's definitely not going to be put in as acting president of the 12. But the little girl, well, it's supposed to be Holland. He's the highest ranking official. Didn't even bother to discuss that he's still at home, recuperating. Dear God. It's just the blankness in the minds of Mormons is just, it's deafening. It's just, stop! You're killing me! And so, yeah, it's just, dear God. And so, yeah, everybody's praising him now that he's dead. No longer talking about indicted for criminal activities. He dodged a bullet on that one. Death has saved him once again. Man. But, yeah, apparently funeral services are set. And the little girl also is like, they will need to call another apostle. They don't have to. They can. That's usually the tradition. However, they do wait until conference. They don't put them in because they need to be sustained before the whole church. And so, yeah, they're going to wait until April conference. This is the danger of prophets dying after conference. Because they're all old. They're all on the verge of death. They've already started the ball rolling now. We're still 5 months away from April conference. We're in Armageddon even. Uh-oh. And so what you have is a situation where they're not going to call anybody new until a month before. If it's still Nelson, yeah. If Nelson ends up being one of those who die, then it'll be Oakes. He's the only one who takes over, and even if it's still waiting until the next conference. But not for apostles. And so, yeah, this is a reason why, I guess, is so that the one who's going to be assured to be at conference will get to pick the new guy. Regardless, she was saying that they usually pick somebody from the upper leadership of the church or from the general membership. Oh, they usually? So they could pick somebody who's not a Mormon? I hope she was reading from a script because she's so young. But dear God. But yeah, who will succeed M. Russell Ballard in the quorum of the 12 apostles? Or who will replace him? And so it's a little deceiving in the title, because who will replace him is a different question than who will replace the acting president's role, because Oakes is in the first presidency. Oh, God. No, the 70 and the other workers for the church who make the manuals, the website, genealogy, even though they have their own building. And then there's some of them over in the Joseph Smith building that have offices for genealogy. But when I worked on the revision of the footnotes, we met on the 24th floor of the church office building. And so, yeah, because of that, I was able to see Ballard as he would walk home, as I would come into work, which was volunteer. I was assigned, it was a calling. But yeah, he was always harassed by the sister missionaries. He never would talk to me, never even look at me, never say hi. He just walked on by up the hill. Okay, whatever. And so, yeah, Fox 13 News Utah had done 2 videos in which he was much more. He was a criminal. He was a liar. he extorted Mormons for their tithing money. He was so much more. Yep. But, oh, dear God. Yeah. So there was one other thing I was thinking of, and it's not coming to mind again. Came up twice, and I didn't write it down, and didn't finish talking quick enough. Oh, yeah. Witness. This clip by ABC4 News Utah talked about how Bednar was saying that an apostle is a witness of Christ. Well, Oaks has already come out and confessed none of them have seen Christ. So if none of them have seen Christ, and yet they're a witness for Christ, oops. You have to actually witness Christ in order to be a witness for Christ. Oh, right, that spiritual witness thing. Well, every Mormon's a spiritual witness for Christ. We don't need apostles then, do we? Yeah. Oh, you didn't think about that, did ya? Every single Mormon typically believes that the prophets are so in tune with God that at least the president of the church speaks with Jesus directly. And therefore, they don't get fooled into believing we're the learning of the Jews. That there is no Jesus. It was a Constantine creation, even though the Church of Jesus Christ under Brigham Young changed the nature and character to a bastard son of a physical flesh and bone heavenly father who raped Mary, his 14-year-old daughter, to produce Jesus, whom he abandoned. Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. And so Mormons don't see anything wrong with child bride polygamy, because Jesus did it, and Heavenly Father did it, and Adam did it, who is Heavenly Father, under Brigham Young. But yeah, you can't have changes of theology without a change of religion. Mormons apparently just aren't capable of processing that concept. Neither are ex-Mormons. Dear God. But yeah, ex-Mormons are more popular videos than mine. And I'm the expert. That's the sad reality. Is that Rabbit Hole with Kiefer Sutherland that I had watched back in the day. I was telling you about it. That's one of the things to overthrow a nation, is to get the people to distrust those who are professionals and experts in particular fields, so that they believe social media celebrities and influencers. You know, like Taylor Swift. I saw a news article about her, about how she said karma, changing the lyrics of her song. And so now all little girls are going to say, karma, oh, that's Hindu Buddhist religion or something like that, isn't it? I'm going to become a Hindu or Buddhist, Mom. You know that's what these little girls are going to do, because they want to emulate Taylor Swift. It's just, people just don't think. They're just hypnotized easily. Think Jesus. Oh, okay. Learning of the Jews. Jesus. Got it. Hate Travis. Got it. Cyber terrorize him. Got it. Lock him up. Got it. Murder him. Got it. Just so sad that the world is collapsing around us and nobody sees it.